Hello everyone, welcome to another Penguin Academy game analysis. We are still in the 2025 World Championships round of 32. This is the second match between Dragou's Lizardmen and Olivier Dulac's Skaven. Olivier won the first match, so all he has to do here is draw. Dragou has to win this match to take it to a decider. That is how these best of three type games work. It is the first to 1.5. Just to try and cut down on the third games, really. So there's less games played. I am recovering a little bit from my lung infection. I have been on the steroids and the antibiotics and other things. If I was pregnant, my kid would have all kinds of diseases, according to certain governments. All right, weird rule of 5 from ODL. For some reason, there's just a missing rat. I guess, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. This could be secondary protection against an officious ref. If it takes down one of these, the lizards can't blitz the very important strip baller. Let's go with that. 2000 IQ from Olivier. Dragou sets up a anti-blitz defense. They could be forward. I don't think there's any real reason for him to not be forward. Even to the fact that he's given up blocks on the LOS, which I don't hate. That should be forward. This should be forward. There should be no access to this skink. See, if he'd have been forward with the two Saurus there, and forward, therefore, with the skinks, he could have blitzed backwards there. Taken this block, and then this skink would have a 2-dice block. Does get a removal, though. That's kind of all you want from the LOS blocks, right? So missing one didn't hurt him that much. He got the removal. Not a POW. Remember, the lizards need to win here. So if I'm them, I'm playing a little more aggressively. I'm basing up a little harder. That does mean you might leave, a crack in the armor for a sack or something. You don't have to, instead of a 6+, you leave the 5+ on to just because you have to turn him over. So you have to do some damage. You have to generate more blocks, which means basing. And one of the things that ODL has allowed here is obviously the Crocs can go over here and be on both of those. And I would base after that. Doesn't get the one-turner. I would base. He's not being aggressive enough here. I would absolutely base. He has all of these Saurus. These would be based, or he would be based. They would be basing. Stick the Crocs on him, stick 2 on him, 2 on him, and just I'd maybe move the ball back here now and cover with the other skinks. I would absolutely be in. Still Saurus. In case anyone on the YouTubes is somehow cult-like brainwashed by Rogue into thinking that the plural for Saurus is Saurai, it is not. It is just a fact that it is Saurus, like sheep. This guard here not good enough. This is annoying, but you just block off, right? You put the 2 skinks in, and you just block off. You absolutely have to just use the guard and kill the Roger, right? Unfortunate. Hits the guard, which is interesting. And kills it. So not interesting at all. Awesome play. Well done, Dragou. Top level Blood Bowl. He's forgotten to protect the ball as much. Because he seems to have just wandered off. Oh, I don't. Once again, I have to question whether, like, ODL is taking these games seriously sometimes. Like, hasn't even stood this rat up. If this rolls a 1, this is red dice. Like, there doesn't seem to be any care being in these turns at all. Just bringing his 1-turner over to base again. And then dodge into foul and get in a removal. But he got caught, so the Apo is in. I like that. That's his bench gone. You can still 2-dice the Roger, and you should 2-dice the Roger. I don't like this. You should 2-dice the Roger. You should always 2-dice the Roger. There are other gutters that the Roger can do a 1-turn with. Should have blocked with the block piece. And then just followed up with the 2-dice with the Crocs, really. You've exposed the ball there. Don't know if you've noticed this, Dragou, but you have exposed the ball, mate. Oh dear. He's killed his own mighty blow. Real dead. Just to move? Okay. And there's a rush. Gets the full pow. Now it's just about the scatter. Gets the removal. And the scatter is bad. Okay, the scatter is bad. Luckily for Dragou, who made like a pretty horrendous mistake there. This Saurus could have been there to create a cage, and it stood above it for some reason. Alright, so this is pretty easy to clear, obviously. He stands up, that gives you a 2-dice block with him. We block with him, and then we just blitz this guy, right? There's no reason to do anything crazy here. We just blitz him off the ball. Okay, we can still blitz him off the ball. We just block still again. Block again. No, no. Okay. That's the wrong piece. Okay, not saying what you were doing. Full pow. No armor break. We just assuming we're going to pick up here? What if you fail the one? Oh my god. Okay. No. No, no. No, no, no. What are they doing? Just moving away from the ball, success state thinking. Absolute nonsense. You could just leave the ball on the floor here, by the way. Put Saurus up there, take this block. Like, make it hard for him to chain the ball. Scatter the ball, I mean. So this was terrible. Game losingly bad, really. You can scatter this ball using the skink now. Okay, what he could have done if you hadn't rolled a 2. It's re-rolled into that, so we can scatter the ball. Okay, that's interesting. Casual 6+ magnet hands. Oh my days. Okay, he gets it back. Okay. Okay. Can we reach? We can reach. Okay. So, 3 dice here. That's obvious. Gets the power there. Block here. No, why are you standing up? Just why are you standing up? Right, this skink goes down and bases in front of him. Should base in front of him. Okay, maybe we're going to go over and... okay, we'll go for the ball first. 1 reroll sucks here. Have to do a rush. Obviously can't do that. And then we double rush blitz him. Wrong direction. I don't know why we're blitzing in that direction. To put him there? Okay. Wanted the screen, I guess, in case he rolled pushes. Problem is now he's got so far to go and no rerolls. And it's all his own fault, isn't it? Not building a cage. I mean, obviously these have just been, you know, silly dice by ODL, because this, by the way, is a... Let me talk about this for a sec. This, by the way, is a perfect... He's not playing this game properly, right? This is not ODL playing properly. This is just ODL knowing he's 1-0 up and so he can play around. But the fact that it's working is kind of the point that, like, why I don't like the way that ODL and Crystal and stuff play. They take advantage, in my opinion, of the way that Blood Bowl is really forgiving of this kind of play. It's why they still only have like a 60-odd% win rate when they play in ladders and things. But if you want to go 3-0-0 or 6-0-0 at a tournament, this kind of aggressive play works. It's just not, to me, it's just annoying to me that it works, right? Because it's just a bad point about Blood Bowl itself. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Best he's going is there, isn't it? It's pretty bad. He is going to be able to put in a scoring threat, but there is... Okay, another Kaz. If he can not be turned over here, the damage is good. No, never mind. Never mind. And there we go. That's just how it works, isn't it? People are just clicking on things and you them rolling better dice than you. It's just lame. Nothing you can do about it, right? It's just lame. Like, all you can learn from if you're Dragou is, like, the screw up that you made, right? The fact that, like, because he's had real good removals, but it doesn't matter if all of your D6 suck and all of the opponent's D6 work when you're bash and they're edge. That's terrible, isn't it? It's a terrible foul. Because it just doesn't have the assists to even guarantee the armor break. You put all the assists in over here to make that a 1 in 216 instead of a 1 in 36 when he could have left them over here. Terrible foul. It's the gambler's fallacy, isn't it? He's just chasing. He had a 50% chance of having 11. And he's just chasing to get back. Like, it's fine if he'd gone all in and like fully fouled him with a guaranteed armor break or something. At least then, you know, but this was just, I'll have a go. Removed them both. And now it's a KO off. And did the skinks fail one? Okay, they failed one each. That's okay. If he hadn't done that terrible foul, this wouldn't be looking too bad. He needs to spread wider. As shitty as it is, the skinks need to go on either the front or the back here. You need the chevrons. All Olivier needs to do is score. And Olivier hasn't set up to do that. Essentially, Olivier's just qualified already. He could have just set up to score here. And he's just turtling instead. You just blitz this guy, you base this guy, you base this guy. Maybe do a rush and base him. Bring them over here to stop the move to the center. Stick the Crocs on the gutter. Or if you pow this guy, stick the Crocs on this gutter in here, so it also blocks off a channel. You just go chasing him now. You got to turn him over, so... I think it's just bad play. He's blitzing him. We should blitz him. Yep, if he kills him, he did get the pout. But he doesn't. This guy should cover this dodge out. Okay, who's covering this dodge out? No one, okay. Does the rush. Why is he there? Like, why would you be there instead of there? This guy can just dodge out. I mean, there we go. If like I said, if ever you want a reason to know that Olivier's just not caring, again, he's blockless blitzing. First action before moving the ball, which is free. Three more 1-in-9s that aren't 1-in-9s. So he should cover the left here, so this Saurus should go there. Okay. This Saurus, and look, he dodged out. Shocking. This Saurus should go there to cover the left. This guard should go in front of the thrower. You're not covering the left if you use this player to do this and then base. Who's covering the left? I guess the answer is just no one. I mean, to be fair, no one's covering the right either. Another Kaz? See, the removals are good. Like, this could be a damage as well. If he hadn't screwed up and left the sack on the ball, and of course it hadn't been a full pow into removal, this would be looking pretty good for the win. Like, this would be 1-0 to him with this kind of damage, and he's chasing to get the win. This would work, but he's got to do this twice. Hey, look, guess where you wanted a player to be? Okay, so now you need to be in front again. You need to be in front. You need to be columned. Why are we doing that? Okay. There. There. Oh no, what are we doing? What? Okay. Because that's not a block piece. And then he just dodges back through the gate that you left. And so does everyone else. Because all he has to do is waste time. He can afford to be turned over if it's on turn 15. All he has to do is waste time, and all you have to do is stop him wasting time. I'll be honest with you, right? I'm actually feeling better. Just this kind of game is very depressing to watch for Penguin Academy because it's just talking about how one player isn't getting the thing. You know, it feels like I'm just down on one of the two players. Because, I mean, that's what's happening, right? He isn't getting how to play against good rat play, and he's just being dog walked around the pitch, leaving these, like, obvious dodge holes on. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's just bad, right? There's nothing else you can say. There's no good way of, like, saying, hey, you've screwed this up again. Now the Crocs has stopped helping. It's over at this point. Barring some catastrophic snake, it's basically just over. I'm not the right person to ask, Goliath. I think this game has been better than Blood Bowl 2 for like 2 years. Ladder hasn't. That's just a format within the game. The game has, for me, for a long time. Alright, Hero Skink keeping it alive. And he doesn't fail yet another 1 in 9. Whoa, come on, that's not true, is it? That's absolute nonsense. For the first 6 months, you could barely play a game. Lots of I think you need to go back and watch the first 6 months of this game. And there have been continual minor upgrades. They're not. What the hell? Gyms are 10 minutes long. So that's not the thing, right? I'm fine with people thinking that this is unacceptable as a game. What I'm not fine is people then thinking that Blood Bowl 2 was acceptable, because it's worse in almost every way. The only thing that's better about Blood Bowl 2 was that they had a ladder that wasn't stupid. So there was, something to play all the time. You can click on things in this. I've gone to Blood Bowl 2 and streamed it to show people that they're just talking nonsense. There is visible lag on everything you do in Blood Bowl 2. The dice hurt my eyes. It's almost identical. But what are the only issue that anyone ever brings up isn't a new issue. It's a bug that showed up or a change that showed up like halfway through Blood Bowl 3 with one of the patches that they even mention it in there, and I hate it too. It doesn't make it worse than Blood Bowl 2 because sometimes it doesn't click properly. Yeah, that's okay, but the models might be better, but the graphics are worse. Like Blood Bowl 2 is a serious downgrade from Blood Bowl 3 when you go back and look at it. It's considerably lower res. It clearly looks older. It's like the difference between liking old miniatures better and claiming old miniatures are better. Those are not the two same things, like, at all. Runbad's skill icons reset every game. I don't know what that means. You mean he's got there's a glitch? There's like fucking dozens of such glitches in Blood Bowl 2. That's just a glitch. Or a bug or whatever. They've happened in every game. There's still all those bugs in Blood Bowl 2. For an entire season in Blood Bowl 2, they were invisible teams. Another 1 in 9. Constant game losing 1 in 9s must be super annoying. Yes, I mean, to be fair, we do have a weather indicator on Blood Bowl 3. We just turn it off to avoid the terrible pitches. I would like loads of changes to Blood Bowl 3. I would just also like loads of changes to Blood Bowl 2 that never happened either. It's just people romanticizing Blood Bowl 2. Another 1 in 9. Wait, they passed the second? What the hell? You shadowed the first one, but then didn't shadow the second dodge. The second dodge is the only one you should have shadowed. Oh, what happened there? It's pointless, isn't it? There's nothing happening here. You obviously can't turn him over twice now. He's been led around by the nose, and also been, despite that amount of damage, being pretty heavily diced by the D6 that are going on. There we go. I think that's his like 4th or 5th 1 in 9, whereas ODL has passed about 20 game losing 1 in 9s. Night Goliath. Doesn't matter now, does it? None of this matters. What's he even blitzing him for? Just press end turn, man. It's over. It was over like 3 turns ago. Even if you make this, you still lose. Alright, well, that was a pretty boring game, sorry. But it does mean that ODL moves on to the round of 16, and Dragou is out. So we will see ODL again in the next round, and we will see you in the next pair-in.